Say hello to my little friend. Well, just a little quick update. What I've been experiencing the past 2 weeks since I got the second Moderna shot is still the same muscle weakness, but I've been taking more B vitamins, been drinking more B vitamins, and I've noticed that my muscle shakes are sort of kind of dissipating. My muscle movement is a little bit smoother. I haven't been going easy on taking the sleeping pills. I've been trying to take them like at least 6 days out of the week so that I can heal better. Anyway, so I basically talked to a neurologist's PA, like the physician's assistant, and she's like, "Oh yeah, you have a brain lesion, and we want to get you checked out for MS. Have you seen a rheumatologist?" I said no, and she basically described just the bare bones basics of what MS is. She's like, "Yeah, it's like your body's attacking your nerves. So yeah, motor movement and weakness and stinging pain, needles, numbness is all part of some of the symptoms you can experience." And I was like, "Oh yeah, I knew that." She's like, but one of the biggest primary concerns is that when you have a lesion on your brain, that's usually really indicative of MS. Anyway, and so I was like, "Yeah, my primary has already sent a referral out, so just waiting for that appointment." And she basically sent me home with more worries. But I'm not experiencing as much of the like tennis elbow feeling, and not as much pain in the, like, I guess you could say the tendons and the the in between parts of the muscle, like the connective parts. It's mainly just like now I'm getting shooting nerve pains. It feels kind of like my body is going through a lightning storm. It's not severe. It's just sometimes I'll get a little shock on my inner arm, and then I'll get like shocks on the back of my calves. I'll get numbing, like not numb, duller pain on my inner thighs, on my top of my back. So it's usually most prevalent after I've done a walk. Not even really a workout, just a walk. When you're walking, you're working your whole body, but I'd say 1 to 2 days after I do essentially like a 5K, it's like 3.5 mile walk, I'll get those nerve pinching feelings. It's almost kind of like when you pinch cellulite. It's like a sharp pinch. I'll get those randomly, but mainly they're happening on the back of my calves. So I've been taking magnesium every morning. I eat a banana every morning. I'm drinking Propel, which has a lot of B vitamins. I've also, over the past couple of days, switched to a new multivitamin. It's a couple of gummies that you chew, and it's got all of the basics. I'm I'm not drinking as much water, which I should be drinking, and my diet is mediocre. So even though I'm not eating like burgers and fries and stuff like that, I am guilty of eating, like Panda Express, chips, and like chocolate. That's about it. Those are my guilty foods right there. Chips and salsa. So my guilty foods are not like noodles or anything like that, just chips yeah. um, we tried to eat a lot of food with we tried to eat some of our food with turmeric so that I don't flare up as much. And my husband has noticed that he likes it because he doesn't flare up as much either. My weight has stayed the same for the past few weeks. I've stayed at 158. I know that I can do better. I know that I can lose more weight. Also, something I got back a little bit was a little bit of the numbness on the inner part of the lip and the tip of the tongue. That had dissipated for about a month. So, the drinks that I'm drinking have like fake sugar. I'm not sure if that's aggravating anything or what, but yeah, that's pretty much what I'm dealing with over the past couple of weeks since the shot. Because I didn't have these all over body shocks before I got the shot. And I'm hoping that after maybe another couple of weeks they'll dissipate, because they are getting less and less. So, all in all, and my vision is getting a little bit better. So, all in all, I'm okay. Feeling better. Better, not the best. And I just, I now come to the realization that life is not going to be the same anymore. I can't go back to what I was before, and I don't know, like last night I had a headache, and it was right here and up here on my brow bone, usually indicative of weather change lately. And my husband's like, here, take this pill, it'll help with the sinus pressure. I said, I can't take the pill and take my sleeping pill at the same time. There's ingredients that counteract each other. He's like, just take it. So I went to bed without a sleeping pill, and my headache was beginning to dissipate even before I took the pill. So I consider it like a featless effort. Well, the cold medication that I took started to make me drowsy, so I went with it. I was like, okay, let's do this. And, fell asleep a little bit. And I wake up around 2. I went to sleep around midnight. Wake up around 2, and I'm having the anxiety, which is what seems to happen whenever I don't take the sleeping pill. I'll wake up with what feels kind of like if you drank a lot of caffeine. And all that I've read indicates that it's like a cortisol thing, or it's an adrenal thing. Sugar irregulation, I don't know. I do know that I'm not diabetic or pre-diabetic though. So yeah, that'll happen as I start getting all nervous, and then my my nerves start to flare, and I tossing and turning, trying to convince myself to go back to sleep, and I'm too anxious to go back to sleep. And now all my muscles are tense, and I don't want to get out of bed because that'll just further the awakening process. But I do anyway, and I get up, I go get a Rolaids, and I I eat the Rolade, and sure enough, like a half an hour later, I start to get drowsy again. It's the magnesium, and I sleep another couple hours, and then wake up again, like all nervous. It's almost kind of like when you wake up from a nightmare. It's not necessarily like heart pounding, but it's nervousness. Which, even still, the nervousness when I wake up now is way better than it used to be. But I can also say that I haven't done it for several days in a row. If I do it for several days in a row, it gets pretty bad. So, working on healing that, if possible. And So I told my husband last night, I was like, wasn't worth it. Wasn't worth it. Everybody else got their sleep except for me, as per usual. I was like, it was not worth removing the headache. I was like, next time I have a headache before bed, I will go and get a cold compress and put it on my forehead, because I am not taking a pill that's going to take my sleep away from me. So, anyway, look at this guy. But that's about it. I just keep trying to tell myself, you're better than you were. You're better than you were. Even if it's a little bit at a time, you can't expect your body to heal 100% in a few days. You have to, it's a slow process. And I don't know what the hell happened. So I don't know if I got COVID. I don't know if taking the Mirena out shocked my body into triggering an autoimmune. I don't know if it's a combination of things. I really don't know. I don't have any answers. And I've had to really push my physicians and push the doctors to get any kind of answers. And all I can say is that my blood work, for the most part, is normal, and that I've had positive ANAs, and that I have 2 nodules on my thyroid, and that my thyroid was swollen, and that I got the COVID shots, and that we have autoimmune in the family, and that I'm nearing 40. I'm 39. So many factors to consider. So many to throw the body off balance. I don't know what it is. I know that it's getting better. I know that it's leveling out so far, but I don't know what it is. So until then, I will do another health update in the next couple of weeks. Thanks for watching, for those of you that do.